It started with a single, quiet moment. A young woman, sitting on the worn edge of her twin-sized bed, stared blankly at the floor. Around her were vision boards, torn-up affirmations, a few half-read books on self-help, and a growing pile of job rejection emails. Her name was Clara. She had talent, ambition, dreams, but none of it seemed to matter anymore. She felt defeated, wondering if any of those motivational quotes she posted ever meant anything at all. That night, she stumbled upon an old paperback her grandmother once gave her, Believe in Yourself by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And everything began to change. Hello, I am Alloy, and welcome to Audiofybooks, where you will find excellent audio summaries of books in a very easy and interesting way. If you want to learn from new books, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with today's book. Dr. Joseph Murphy believed that there is a force within us, silent, obedient, ever-watching, that creates the reality we live. This force is the subconscious mind. The story of Clara might be fictional, but it mirrors what so many of us feel. We try, we push, we hustle, but something within us keeps whispering, "You can't." Murphy's message is simple yet radical. If you want to change your life, you must first change your belief. You see, the subconscious mind doesn't analyze, argue, or question. It accepts whatever is repeatedly told to it. If you tell it you're unlucky, it believes you. If you say you're unworthy of love, it doesn't resist. But the flip side is even more powerful. Tell it you are successful, loved, capable, and it will begin to shape your reality accordingly. Dr. Murphy recounts story after story of people who transformed their lives through belief. A salesman who couldn't make a sale because he believed people didn't trust him, until he began affirming, "I radiate confidence, and people love buying from me." Within weeks, his results changed. A woman who always fell for toxic relationships began visualizing and affirming that she was worthy of love. And soon, she met the man who treated her with respect. These aren't fairy tales. They're manifestations of a deeper truth. We attract not what we want, but what we believe. Murphy insists that belief is not about blind faith. It's a mental habit. And like any habit, it can be trained. The key? Repetition and feeling. Let's take a moment to really grasp this. Think about a negative belief you hold. Maybe you think you're bad with money, or that you're always late, or that people don't really like you. Now realize this. That belief was planted. Maybe by a parent, a past experience, a cruel teacher. But it's not truth. It's just a repeated thought. Now imagine replacing that thought, saying daily with conviction, "I manage money wisely. I arrive on time. I am loved and appreciated." At first, it feels like a lie, but repetition transforms fiction into faith. And faith, real, emotional, gut-level faith, moves mountains. There's a beautiful analogy in the book. Your subconscious is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant, whether weeds or flowers, will grow. Most people walk around planting weeds and wondering why their life looks like a tangled mess. But once you start planting intentionally, affirming health, wealth, joy, the garden begins to flourish. Another cornerstone of Murphy's teaching is visualization. He shares how vividly imagining your desired outcome impresses the subconscious mind. Athletes do this. CEOs do this. Spiritual leaders do this. They see the result in their mind before it manifests in real life. Clara, our fictional friend, started doing this. Every morning she sat quietly, imagining herself receiving a job offer, walking confidently into a workplace, smiling and thriving. It wasn't magic, but within a few weeks, her interviews started going differently. She began to radiate belief, and the world responded. Murphy also teaches the importance of letting go of fear. Fear, he says, is faith, but in the wrong direction. When you fear failure, you're believing in it. When you fear rejection, you're expecting it. So he offers this simple shift. Whenever you feel fear rising, affirm the opposite. Replace "I'm afraid I'll fail" with "success flows to me easily." He doesn't just preach these ideas, he backs them with stories. One of the most touching is about a man who had stammered all his life. He had grown used to shame, hiding in silence, avoiding conversations. Then he discovered affirmations and began saying daily, "I speak clearly and with confidence." He visualized speaking with ease. Within months, the stammer was gone, not because of therapy, but because his mind finally aligned with a new belief. Murphy reminds us again and again, we are not victims, we are creators. Not gods, perhaps, but partners with something divine inside us. A quiet, powerful force that responds to our dominant thoughts. That's what makes Believe in Yourself more than a book. It's a blueprint for reclaiming your inner power. It doesn't ask you to change the world. It asks you to change your lens, to stop saying, "I'll believe it when I see it," and instead say, "I'll see it when I believe it." By the end of the book, Clara had done just that. She'd written daily affirmations, visualized her ideal life, replaced fear with faith, and yes, she got the job. But more importantly, she became the kind of person who believed she deserved it. That's what Dr. Joseph Murphy would want for you too. Not just external success, but internal peace. A life led not by default, but by design. By planting flowers, not weeds. By believing in the truth of who you are, not what the world says, but what your heart already knows. Believe in yourself, because your subconscious already does. It's just waiting for you to catch up.